absolutely. I would definitely say so. And just to kind of paint a picture of the clients that I typically work with, I have some clients that come over to me and I'm teaching them how to copy and paste on a computer. So for you to have any kind of website experience is going to be all you need. I mean, you really don't need a whole lot. This is very straightforward and it's an intuitive product. A big joke that I always joke about, and I don't know if it's actually funny, but I am not a tech gal. I work for a tech company. I know our product, but I am not somebody who could create my own website today. I was not born with that skill set. I have to work hard at it, but I do know our product really well. And of course, working in the tech industry, I pick up a lot.
Just a little feedback too on my end. I worked with Adrienne for a long time to get this up and running, and she has been extremely helpful. And also, you can call in anytime if you send an email to their help desk. Usually, somebody will get back to you within an hour, and they'll either
exactly right.
Yeah, and I have many a times, because I was not born with this tech savvy either, many a times I have said to them, I am a walk hands-on person, so call me, don't email me the instruction. So I have worked on the phone with someone and they're literally saying, okay, this is the next step you take, which is much easier for me. So that has worked. I am also, I can't volunteer to do the whole thing, but I'm also around. So if somebody needs assistance with this, I can probably help out. My schedule is, however, changing a little, so it would be on certain days. But I'm still going to be around, as Bente knows.
Yeah, this is Sandra. I'll just say that whoever signs up for this, we need to keep Marge in the loop because she's really the person who knows some of the back end. While I have admin credentials, I know much, much less than Marge does.
Okay.
So,
wow, that's impressive.
Because of that, y'all, what I think, let's first do this, and I do want to preface, I did start recording our call just not even 30 seconds ago, and I did that so because I heard Kim maybe can't see my screen right now, but might be interested in doing this later. And so I was going to do a quick little tiny demo of something you could do today that would solve one of your problems. And I figured I could send that recording to him so that he could watch it back and then follow those steps to do what I'm about to show you. Before I go into that, the first thing I want to do is determine who your authorized service administrators are. So you can have 2 on your account, and those 2 can call into the help team whenever they want to. Technically, those are the only 2 people from your team that should really be calling into the help team. There's a PIN number attached to their account or to their profile that the help team would ask for. As of today, Marjorie and Bente are those ASAs, and what I'm hearing is they may not be the best ASAs for the product. What do you guys think? Are there 2 people that maybe we want to change those 2, or do you want to think about it?
Can we think about it? Is it okay to leave those 2? Bente, are you okay with leaving those 2 for the time being?
I am, yes, and then we can decide who it should be.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. So I'll include in my follow-up email just a little who are going to be your ASAs and include you get 2. And those are going to be those authorized service administrators. So what I really wanted to show you all, and for those that are watching, please keep watching. This is so easy and something anybody could do. Kim, I'll send you.
Yes, do you have my email address?
Go ahead and throw it at me.
Okay, it's a little clunky here. Davis at tsc.state.ar.us.
So I have K Davis, D-A-V as in Victor, I-S, at C as in cat, S as in Sam, C as in cat, .state.ar.us.
You got all right except the part right after the at. It's Public Service Commission, PSC.
PSC, got it.
Paul.
Got it. Cool. Awesome. So I'll send you this little recording, but for everybody else, like I mentioned, this is such an easy thing that you guys can all do today. It's so easy. So one of the things that I heard you say is that you wish that a confirmation email went out to an individual after they've taken a membership application. This may be true for some of those other items you've discussed as well. So if somebody comes in and registers for an event, or somebody comes in and registers for the CRRA application, typically you would want an automated follow-up email to go out to that individual, thanking them for signing up, thanking them for applying, whatever the case may be. This is such an easy thing for you guys to create. It's actually really fun. Let's use the membership application for an example, just to kind of back up and show you where I am right now. Once you've logged into the system, you're going to be brought to this dashboard page. Whenever you log in, this is going to be the immediate page that you see. This page is a great summary of what's going on in your product. Just a quick overview of who your members are, how many members you have, if they are active or lapsed, what events you've had going on. There's even some financial dashboards at the bottom that talks a little bit about aged receivables as well as sales over time. This is not what I wanted to show you, just kind of giving you a quick overview. Where you're going to want to go to access your forms, it's actually really simple. It's the Forms tab at the very top of the website. And there's only one submenu here, Form List. You're going to select this Form List submenu item, and it's going to bring you into a list of all your forms. So as of today, you have a 2018 conference registration, a CRRA application, a CRRA reference, and a membership application. I'm going to use the membership application as an example to show you where you can update this confirmation email. The first thing I want to do is go into this membership application. In order to do that, I'm going to hover my cursor over the membership application and select this edit button all the way over to the right. Once I've selected edit, we are now in the form builder. Now, Kim, the first time you come in here, it's probably going to feel a little bit overwhelming. The only reason why is because our forms are pretty robust. There's a lot of stuff you can do in here. I don't want you to worry about any of this when you first get in here. That would probably take an actual training, and I'm going to send you a couple of form training videos. I probably even have mine and Marge's from way back when. I'll go look for it. I'm going to go, and I'll send you a couple. I've got some of my other team members as well. We all teach things a little bit differently, and so sometimes you can pick up some things from one of us that you didn't pick up from the other, and vice versa, just because, like I said, we all have different training techniques. I'm going to go ahead and scroll all the way to the bottom on the right-hand side. So notice when you're watching back this video, my cursor is just over the right-hand side. I am using a keypad, but you can also use your scroll bar along the right-hand side. We're going to just scroll all the way to the bottom. We're not going to look at anything else. The last section of our form is the confirmation section. When you're ready to update the confirmation email, you're going to use the properties button for the confirmation section. When we click the properties button on the left-hand side, we're going to see an area that says confirmation email. That's what we're looking for. You have the ability here to turn this confirmation email on, enable confirmation email, and then edit the confirmation email. You definitely want to edit this email, right? We've got some default verbiage in here, but it is pretty bland. And this is just like you were writing an email. You would just type out exactly what you want to say in this area. You do have the ability to create some internal links and such, like to the event registration. I'm not going to go into those details today, but I did just want to show you how easy it was to write this confirmation email so that it'll go out to your members. Something else that I'll go ahead and mention in this area, right in the top of this edit confirmation email, there's an additional BCC recipients. What that allows you guys to do is BCC some individuals from your team to receive a copy of this email. That's really just going to act as a notification to let you know somebody's applied for membership. So instead of you having to come in here and check every day to see who's become a new member, this is going to send an invoice directly to your email. Whatever you put in this area, you're just going to type it in, hit save, and that's going to BCC you on these emails that come through. For those of you on the phone watching, pretty easy peasy?
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, looks
Awesome.
like an Outlook email.
Exactly.
On the blind copy, would that, one thing that I heard you say which may work with the CRA, some people order the study manual book like before they register for the exam, and this is one of those areas where the study manual is part of the exam registration. So I don't know if this could streamline things where if we see somebody's already ordered this, that we don't send them another book, or, you know, if we get blind copy where we can see, oh, they registered for the exam, but we see that they've already ordered the book, that we would have that information from what you just said.
Yeah, this school or something, it seems like would work.
And here's one other thing that I noticed in this. You get the confirmation email, which I get, but there's no names on it. So I still have to go into the project to see who actually signed up. You don't know who actually the person is who signed up.
So let me kind of just fix this. And obviously I'm kind of monitoring what kind of information I'm giving you guys on this quick call today, because I don't want to overload you. But when you edit this confirmation email, for those of you that might feel a little courageous in here, Kim, this will probably feel really easy for you to do. We actually have a merge data tool right down here at the bottom of what you kind of considered just like an Outlook email, right? Mm-hmm. So when we use this merge data tool, you can place your cursor wherever you want to use the merge data tool. And what I would recommend doing is making a couple of fields here, like full name. Oops, I can't spell. Full name, something like submission date. Maybe something like registration. Well, this is a membership application, so it wouldn't be, member type. Obviously, they only have one member type they can apply for, but just giving you guys some examples. We're going to place our cursor next to the full name text, use the bottom of the screen where it says merge data. Now, there are two options here, profile data and form data, that we can pull from. Since this is a new member, they don't have an existing profile. So we would want to make sure we're pulling from this form, therefore using our form data dropdown. This has so many different fields that we can add, including first name, merge. I'm going to add a space, use my merge data tool again, use the form data dropdown again, and last name, and merge. How about that submission date? Place my cursor where I want this data to merge in, use my merge data tool, use the form data dropdown. All the way at the bottom, I know there's some info about the system, submission date, submission balance, submission paid, invoice number, submission total. There are so many different things, guys, that you can utilize to make your lives easier. So at this time, when the member receives a copy of this email, it'll act as a receipt for them. So it's going to just give them an overview of the information they submitted. But when you receive, as the BCC recipient, when you receive this email, it's giving you a little bit more information about the person who registered. So Bente, this is going to be the solution to that issue you just described.
And also, would this, excuse me, be the solution to the book order? If the CRRA was applying for the CRA application or the exam, he would check off a box that he wanted the book, that he'd be purchasing the book. Can we do a merge field that would show that the book has been purchased?
Absolutely.
Okay, and then we can add, is it Paul? I'm not sure the person who gets the book orders. Mark, if you can refresh me on that one, or Rusty.
Right now it's Dave, it's probably going to be Rusty.
Okay, so as long as we have that, because then it'll show that they've ordered the book. So we could actually go in and put book ordered.
But what this is showing me is since we have a little problem, and Adrian, you're able to show us something that's a little more than just the basics, I think this is a good reason why we should hire somebody or pay somebody to work with us to make sure we get all these things and get them done right.
Getting some additional trainings is not going to be a bad idea for you guys.
Additional training would be good. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But we would have never, I would have never even, how do we know based on, unless you have the kind of experience you have that right off the bat you said, here's how we solve that problem.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that could be a really beneficial thing for you guys. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and send you, like I said, a bunch of recordings and resources. I would start by diving in a little bit there. Of course, I know it's like, well, if we just have a one-off issue that we want to solve for, yeah, I can show you how to do it, but I think it'll make a little bit more sense. It's kind of like I always visualize like a pyramid. And the advanced stuff, a little bit more kind of advanced stuff is more at the top of the pyramid, and then you've got the basics down at the bottom. And if you're learning the top of the pyramid stuff before you have your base kind of created, then it can feel a little uneven, like maybe your pyramid's going to fall over. I don't know, that's what I visualize. But with me saying that, you know, I train people all day long. This is definitely what I'm geared to do. So that's just, in my opinion, what I like to describe. But making these one-off solves is definitely an option for you guys too.
Okay.
I'm going to put book order. Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is Rusty. I have another question from hearing some of what you said, and I may be off base, but this is sort of a Orwellian question here. I heard you say member profile. Is this something that the board or the committees from the board could do, look at who's registered for Enrique, what are those things? We have the webinars and registered for, you know, for membership and attendance to the conferences over a periods of time, that you could see, you know, members who are, you know, very engaged, and those are members we would want to look to fill slots for board membership or committees or things like that, or?
Yes,
absolutely.
Enrique, this is Enrique. Yes, that's exactly right. Not only in terms of seeing their involvement, but also for being potentially invited to present on topics.
And I think that's what we need to work with, you know, when we get into exactly on there, have the webinars more incorporated into the website. But I think that's for the next step.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And you know what, guys, I just thought of as well, that would be incredibly beneficial and is totally free. MemberClicks just started not long ago offering these free 101 MemberClicks webinars. Jay actually runs them. Jay is like a vault of information on MemberClicks. He's been here forever and he knows everything. I mean, really. So he does these free 1-hour trainings. I'm going to send you a link to the calendar of those trainings, and you guys, I would totally encourage you all to sign up for some of those. What's a little bit interesting about those is while you can't talk, because there are typically a lot of people on those calls, you can type in questions. So if you have a specific question or you can't talk, a specific solve that you're looking for, you could say, hey, well, we're getting emails from the forums, but we're not able to see who submitted the form. Can you help us figure that out? And then he would show you just like what I showed you. And something that I'm going to tell you that's kind of a secret is we haven't really started marketing those webinars yet. So attendance has been a little bit lower. And when it's a little bit lower like that, sometimes we'll just unmute you guys so that we can have a flowing conversation. Or if it's just the two of us, it can end up being kind of like a private training that's for free. So while we're not marketing those, that could be an entirely a huge beneficial tool for you guys. So I'll make sure I include the link to that as well.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm going to get you guys a pretty hefty email here. I do have about 4 minutes before my next call, so expect that email probably a little bit later this afternoon, but I'm going to make sure it's really robust in information. I'll follow up with my director, let you guys know what next steps are. Any questions I can answer in the next 4 minutes for you guys?
The videos you mentioned, those are things that can be found on your website, the training videos, etc.?
They are things that you can find on our website, and I'll provide you the link to that as well. We have a help resource center. Let me make a note. So like I'll provide you some specific resources to kind of point you in the right direction, but we do have a help resource center that has, gosh, it's just a plethora of tools. A lot of how I learned the product came from that resource center that I'll send you the link to. So I'll make sure you have everything you need to access that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, watch out for a follow-up email from me a little bit later this afternoon. It was so nice to catch up with you, Marge. Hope you are doing well. And for the rest of you guys, thank you so much for your time. I hope this was beneficial for everybody.
Yes, it was. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, it was great catching up.
Wonderful. All right, we'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Have a great rest of your week. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.